Hi, in this video I explain how you can create a pull request for a Laravel package. For a Laravel package, there is a complicated step that you need to integrate it into a clean Laravel application somehow. And I had some difficulties how to do this, but now I found a clean solution that I would like to share with you. So let's imagine we have this package, Laravel localization, and I want to make a pull request for some changes to fix an issue or something. So the first thing that I do is I create a fork. And meanwhile, I can, alright, fork is already created. Now the next thing that I do is I create a new Laravel application. So Laravel, new, let's call it localization. Alright, perfect. So I have this localization file now here, and I am actually going to open it as a new project. So I need to go to the composer JSON, and this is a very fresh Laravel application, and I now want to include the fork that I have just created. So what I'm going to do is I create a new repository here, repositories, and then I'm going to add so I'm going to add the repository. Type is VCS for version control system, and URL is the URL of my repository. Right, okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to cd into my Laravel application, and then I'm going to require the package. So I call something like composer require, and now the important thing is I have to actually use the official one, not the one that I forked. This is a bit counterintuitive, but because of the repository tag that I added, composer will know that he has to take it from my fork repository. And then I make something like prefer source to make sure that there's a Git connection established. I will show you what this means in a second. Okay, so the great thing is now that if I go into the vendor folder and I make git status, and I see that the Git connection is already established. And I can check out to master, and I can check what which repository I'm connected here. So as you can see, I'm connected with my fork, which is perfect. Now let's imagine I want to fix something. What I would do is I would create a new branch, like fix issue 2002, and then I could go to my editor and I could change the files. So here it is in here. Maybe I just want to change the README, something important. And now if I go back here and I do something like git status, then I see, oh, the README file was modified, and I can simply do a commit, push it, and okay, I haven't set this upstream branch, so I just need to push it like this, set upstream, fix issue 2002. And if you go now to my fork, then you'll see recently pushed branch, fix issue 2002, and I could now create a pull request from this. So this is very useful. So that's it. So this is a complete setup. And now there are two things that I would recommend to improve the things. So first of all, I think it's a bit messy that I have to go to the vendor folder and then to MC Armor and then Laravel localization to make the changes. So what I would prefer is if Laravel localization would just be on the root. I could do this by creating a symlink. So I'm using Ubuntu. Here I just have to call lns for symlink, and then the source file, which is vendor MC Amara Laravel localization, and then the file where I want to create the symlink. So in this case, maybe just Laravel localization. So now, as you can see, there is symlink folder. So I can just, if I want to change the README, I just go in my localization folder and change it directly here. There is no need to go into the vendor folder. And also from the console, it's shorter. I don't need to cd in the vendor folder and so on. I just need to cd in Laravel localization. And then I see again, the README was updated. And if I update something else, it will be noted in here. Okay, so that's the one hint that I wanted to give to create a symlink. And the other is, imagine I'm in localization and I do something like git composer update, sorry, and it would overwrite my files. So in this scenario I cannot update because I already have the latest version, but I could do something like require a lower version. So we have 1.4.7, so I could downgrade to 6. What would happen if I downgraded to 6? Well, it would overwrite everything that I have modified. So this would be a big threat to me. But actually, the newer version of Composer will throw a warning, so that stuff like this doesn't happen. So just let's see what's happening if I say please downgrade. He won't do it because he noticed that I have modified files here. So he tells me the package has modified files. Do you want to actually overwrite them? And I don't want to discard my changes. I want to keep them, maybe. So I would say no in here. And he asked me if I want to reinstall the package. Of course, no, please not. And now it's just aborted, the update, but my changes are still in place. So I hope this was helpful for you, and yeah, wish you all the best. Goodbye.